Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz from Oz Mechanics, and on today's video we're going to be talking about this issue that we're having with this 2012 Hyundai Sonata. So whenever you get in your car and you start hearing this little clunking noise right here, I'm going to show you how to fix this up in this video today. So the issue that we're having with this Hyundai Sonata is when you turn the steering wheel, you start hearing a little knocking noise. And by inspecting this a little bit more, you see the shaft right there? We can actually hear the noise coming up from up in there. So the main issue that we're going to be having with this Hyundai Sonata is actually going to be this little rubber coupling that they sell from the dealership. And essentially you have your motor that's in there, and then you got the actual transmission, what they call it, inside, and between those two metal parts you have this coupling, which is going to be the absorber. But most likely, I can guarantee you this, the one inside right there is completely eaten up. So what we need to do, we're going to take off this part right here, we're going to take off this as well, and we're gonna get to the motor. We're gonna clean up the debris that's in there, the messed up one, and we're gonna put this one in there, and we should be a-okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this part off, and we're basically gonna fast forward to going to the motor and showing you this little piece. First and foremost, what we're gonna do, we're gonna loosen up the battery. Let's do the negative side post, take that off, and after that we're gonna go inside and loosen up the little cover right there. After disconnecting the battery, you're gonna have two screws right here, and they're gonna be a Phillips screwdriver or a size 10. I got a Phillips right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take those off. Plus, you're gonna have other 10 millimeters on here. You want to take off or remove the strip right here, kind of move it to the side, pop this open, and then after that you're gonna have this one right here, and then that one right there, and that should loosen that up. There's gonna be an 8 millimeter on that, or you can use your Phillips, but it's gonna be a little bit harder right here to take these off because of the door. So there you go. Alright, once you take off the two screws right here, or bolts, after that you're gonna see little tabs right there and here that you just got to pry off, and then after that what you have to do is pull outwards like that, and then it's gonna be a little bit of hassle because you got all these little tabs right there, and you gotta be careful with the way that you take them off. And after that we're gonna finally get to see the area that we need, and there's gonna be a motor somewhere back there, but we're gonna take off the fuse box as well, disconnect this, and have more access to what we need back there. So I'm going to start taking this off, and then we're going to fast forward to when this is off. Alright, to get to the fuse box, what I need to do is take off right here. We got some bolts and nuts, and I believe this is a size 12, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Once that comes out, then we can loosen up these tabs right here to loosen up this fuse box, and we're gonna have more access over there. So we're gonna take these off and then go from there. Once you remove the two 10 millimeters, you're gonna loosen up these clips right here. We'll move everything to the side for now, and then the fuse box is just gonna come right out. And you got two more in the back right here, so these are really easy to come off. Like I said, just make sure that your battery is disconnected. And then we finally got our money piece right there. That's the motor that we need to take off. And it's going to be held in by some Torx. I believe it's a 30. You got 3 of them. One right here, one in the back. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna take off the instrument cluster to get to the last one. And then we're gonna get what we need in there. So it's gonna be kind of hard to film this, but I'm gonna get that one. And let me see if I can get the one in the back. I can see it. This one in the back right here. If you can see it, there it goes. It's right there. And I'll show you the one in the front. So let me take those 2 off and then we'll get to it. Alright, so we can see the last screw back there. We got to take off the instrument cluster. What it has the 2 Phillips right there. And what you need to do is pry it off on out. And you're going to have 1 wire in the, one wire in the back. So there you go. You're going to disconnect that 1 wire. Once you get that out there, move it to the side. And then you're going to see the last one, which is right there. So you got 1 here, that grayish one, and then you have the 2 in the back. So let me take those 2 off, or 3 off, and then we're gonna move the motor to the side and then clean up that area that is damaged. So here we go. Alright, after removing all the bolts, you have 1, remember 2 and 3, then we're gonna get to the area that we want. And we're gonna zoom in a little bit. I don't know if you can see right there. That's part of the seat. Once I move the motor a little bit to the side, I'm gonna pull out the actual piece that's damaged. But I'm just gonna move the motor here to the side to get to the rest of the area that's damaged. If we stick our hand in here, as you can see, I can pull out the damaged part. And if we can compare it to the new part, yeah, it's missing all the fingers on there. So most of the fingers are gonna be inside here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up the area in here. Make sure everything's clean. Then we're gonna put our brand new one on there and then do the reverse process. And just so that you know what I did loosen up the steering column. I took off 1 nut here, left the other one on over there, so I don't have to drop it all the way down. And then there's some bolts right there, 1 and 2 that I took off. So basically the steering column is still on, but I just made sure it didn't fall down because this is a heavy part. So right now it's just kind of laying on there. So now what I'm going to do, just clean everything up, add this back on there, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fast forward to the whole steering column being on, and we're going to see what kind of noise it makes. It should be quiet as it can be, and we're going to fast forward. So what we're going to do, we're just going to clean it all up as good as we can. After we do that, we're going to get our brand new piece. I'm going to put it right in there. As you can see, it's gonna fit in there it's gonna fit in there snug. And as soon as we put that in there, we're gonna mate the motor in there. We're gonna just put everything back together and get going. All right, I'll put everything back together. So now we just gotta hook up the battery. All right, we got the key on position. Crank it on. And there we go. Silky smooth. No more issues right there. Alright, so if you do have issues with this, you already know what to do. You just gotta switch out that little piece. I'll put the part number down low, but just remember, just take your time on this. Everything's gonna be okay. So if you do like this video, please thumbs up, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to hit that little notification button. There's that little bell that's gonna advise you and inform you of the new videos that come out, like this one right here. So y'all have a nice day from Oz Mechanics. Take care. And just remember, when subscribing to the channel, please hit this bell right here to get all the recent notifications for my new videos when they come up. It's pretty easy. Just hit the bell. After that, click on send me auto notifications, save, and you're good to go.